Well, many people in Red Deer have complained they live in one of the largest cities in Canada without a local TV station since CHCA TV closed in 2009. The city of 100,000 lost its station that had affiliations with several broadcasters, including CBC at one time. Now, a group of people, some who used to work at the former Channel 6 Cable 9, have launched a local online news channel to fill the void. We've reached Renee Rondeau, the owner and general manager of Channel6.ca. Good afternoon, Renee.
Good afternoon.
How has the soft launch gone this week?
Well, it's been going well. Actually, we've got a lot of traction in the viewership, and we started off with a social media kind of launch before, just to promote what we were doing and promoting what we were up to. So it's been doing well. And
where did the idea come from for an online Channel 6?
Well, what happened is I was working in a video production company with my own company, iMedia TV, and everywhere we went, people would say, "Hey, we want TV back, and you should do a story on this, you should do a story on that." And got to thinking about it, and with my television background here in Red Deer, when I worked at RDTV back in 1995 to 2005, there was some experience and knowledge base of this area, and realizing that there's a big void, and something had to be done.
And tell me a bit more about that. What happened after RDTV closed down?
Well, it was a shock. It wasn't a shock, I guess, but it was a sad day for a lot of people in this community. I mean, when you're used to having it for close to 50, 60 years here of a TV station, and used to having it there, and it started back in the day when CBC was here, and before that actually, and when Ron McLean had got his feet wet and a lot of other people that are across the country that started here, and it was a sad day. It was where do you go now? Like, there's a lot of staff that actually had to find out the jobs and moved on to better things as well. But it's when you're used to having local news and brought to you on television every at 6 o'clock at night or 5 o'clock at night, it was kind of a big void left behind.
So Renee, how will your new online station work?
Well, it's just that. It's an online channel. We found on the internet, Channel6.ca, and we've made it really well responsive to tablets, phones, and computers, and making sure that we follow the local news as much as we can. It's going to be a slow start because we want to make sure we build it properly and do cover local news like it's supposed to, with the news, entertainment, sports, and community events.
And how often will you be able to update it?
We're looking to do it daily. It's a matter of just covering events as best as we can and then growing from there. I mean, we're relying a lot on the advertising base, and that's the biggest challenge. I mean, not so much a challenge per se, but just that's where how we grow is going to be predetermined by the advertising revenue as well.
And how different will this be from the old Channel 6 Cable 9? Are you trying to recreate it online, or is it very different these days?
No, I mean, we know what Channel 6 used to do on television, and we can't recreate that. That was kind of a legendary era, I guess. And what we want to do with Channel 6 is, we use the Channel 6 as the retro feel to it, but we want to bring it and innovate it a bit, where it's online, it's user-friendly, where people can, let us know about stories, ideas as well. But we want to make sure that we connect with the community again and have their voice heard, from community associations to sporting groups. I mean, even looking at doing stories with athletes here in Red Deer, it's a sports hotbed, and especially with the Canada Winter Games coming up in 2019 and Memorial Cup next year, there's a lot of things happening here, and we want to bring attention to also the local athletes too, the smaller guys, where there's a big self-esteem boost.
Well, Renee, and these days, of course, you see TV stations struggling around the world. What are some of the models or business cases for something like this new online local TV station?
Well, it took us 2 years to put this together, really. I mean, it's been a work in progress, because we really wanted to investigate and look at all the different areas that are out there right now. A lot of them right now are news networks, the bigger chains, where they're tackling that and using it properly. Back when I worked with RDTV, there was a question about what should we be doing to make us better and improve. And I remember talking to the general manager back then and of the network, and I suggested we should go online, and from there they said no problem, the national network is doing that. And so I kind of saw the opportunity there, going, wait a second, why aren't we doing that here? And years later, I mean, I still had that in the back of my mind of putting it on the internet and making it accessible for everybody. So and also making it a free service where if you're online, if you can get the internet, then you can see it.
And so you see this demand for local news, well told by seasoned journalists. Is that something that people are demanding, do you think, still?
Yeah, it's some days you go, am I doing the right thing? And you meet people in the community and say, my goodness, yeah, we need this. And even people that are journalists in other parts of the world that I've worked with, they're supporting me through the world of social media and through their being, watching our stuff and telling us, great job. So it's kind of a nice pat on the back that we know we're on the right direction, going in the right area, and trying to fill that void. I mean, there is a media presence out here with radio and a couple papers, but I mean, they have a certain job to do, and I mean, there's other community networks here too, but it's not, that we want to bring back the whole scale of news, sports, entertainment, and community events.
Well, best wishes with this. We appreciate your time today. Thank you, Rene.
Thank you so much.
That's Rene Rondo. He's the owner and general manager of Channel6.ca, an online local news channel in Red Deer.